High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com this afternoon from Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. It's the visiting University Bulldogs against the Brush Bee Diggers, and a pleasant good afternoon, everyone. I'm John Beltran. The second pitch of the game from Ryan Hirschfeld, the freshman right-hander, was sent over the left field fence for a home run by Alex Breen. Hitting from the left side, swung on and grounded to second. Gregory Mayers, the second baseman, sidearms to first, and there's one down. That was Dylan Roach who hit that ground ball to the second baseman, Gregory Maris. Batting third is the pitcher, Josiah Gallarza. The cleanup hitter is the center fielder, Jack Priscotta. Third baseman, McAllister LaFrance, hits fifth. The first baseman, Brandon Ewing, hits sixth. The catcher is Greg Matthews. He bats seventh. Right fielder, Caleb Spencer, hits eighth. And Corbin Meyer, the second baseman, hits ninth. The pitch swung on and fouled back. Tried an inside changeup. No balls and one strike. It was an 0-1 pitch that Alex Breen hit over the left center field fence before Dylan Roach's ground out. The offering, and the fastball is upstairs. Hirschfeld last Friday went the distance and defeated Lions 6-2. The 1-1 to Josiah Gallarza is swung on, lifted into deep right center field to his left, and moving over into the alley and making the catch is Christian Valles. And there's two down. Two down for Jack Priscotta. Priscotta hitting for the left side. Here's the wind and pitch. Swung on and lifted high and deep into the right center field gap. Back is Valles, and he got a great jump. He's under it and makes the catch for the out, and the inning is over. A home run from Alex Breen led off the game, but nothing doing thereafter. Let's head to the bottom of the first inning. University 1. The Bee Diggers are coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. Let's go to the bottom of the first inning. Here's the starting lineup for the Bee Diggers, brought to you by T.O. Charlie's. For a great used car truck, if you don't see what you want on the lot, they'll find it for you at T.O. Charlie's, 700 West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. Batting first for Brush is the second baseman, Gregory Maris. The DH, Jesus Cardenas, bats second. Center fielder, Christian Valles, bats third. The cleanup hitter, Shea Hansen, and he's the left fielder today. Batting fifth is the shortstop, Colby Waitert. Mitch Tormolen, the third baseman, hits sixth. First baseman Ken Garcia bats seventh. The catcher Trevor Blake hits eighth, and Coyote Cohen in right field will bat ninth. University defensively is Brandon Ewing at first. Second baseman is Corbin Meyer. Over at third is McAllister LaFrance. At short is Alex Breen, who delivered the home run in the top of the first. Around the outfield and left is Dylan Roach. Jack Priscotta in center. The right fielder is Caleb Spencer. Behind the plate is Greg Matthews, and right-hander Josiah Gallarza is on the hill for University. These two teams met to begin the season in the Fort Morgan Spring Classic on this field. University won 15-0, but the Bee Diggers had a good portion of their team playing at the state basketball tournament, so certainly we won't have that outcome today. Check swing foul towards the first base dugout on that fastball up at the letters to Maris, and it's no balls and one strike. Ryan Hirschfeld threw just 7 pitches in the opening inning despite allowing a run. The offering, and that curveball nearly hit him. 1 ball and 1 strike. And back Gregory off the plate. An overcast afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 50s, 1-1. Swung on in line into right field, coming on and making the running catch is Caleb Spencer. There's one down. That ball was hit on a line by Gregory Maris, but right at Spencer for the opening out of the bottom of the first inning. The opening pitch of this game was brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance, locally in Fort Morgan and Brush, offering home, health, auto, farm, business, and workers' compensation insurance. That's Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Here's Jesus Cardenas. The fastball's upstairs. He rarely has been at the plate this season, so this will be a little bit of an adjustment for him. But he is the designated hitter this afternoon. The 1-0. Swung on and lined up the middle for a base hit into right center field. And the Bee Diggers, 2 batters into the bottom of the first, have a base runner. And that'll bring up Christian Valles. who always seems to hit the ball game after game and deliver some clutch hits for the Beat Diggers now in his senior year. A 3-year starter for Brush. University leads 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning on an Alex Breen home run on the second pitch of the game. The stretch, short lead for Jesus. The pitch. Fastball is hit in the air into shallow center field, but coming on and making the catch is Prisgoda. Back to first is Godinus. And there's 2 down. These teams are very aggressive in the early going. Only 6 pitches thrown by Gallarza, and he's already gotten 2 outs. Ryan Hirschfeld threw 7 pitches and got 3 outs and gave up a home run. Here's Shea Hansen, the DH. Godinus with a 2-step lead of the pitch. Swung on and chopped slowly to third. LaFrance comes on the run, sets, throws in time, and Hansen is retired. The inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Let's head to the second inning. It's University 1, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back in Brush as we head to the second inning. And University leads 1-0 on an Alex Breen home run. We'll set up the Beat Diggers defensively because the top of the first inning went so quickly we didn't have a chance to do that. Ken Garcia's at first, Gregory Maris at second, the third baseman Mitch Tormolen. Colby Waitert is at short as Ryan Hirschfeld steps in. And I don't know why that music is still playing. The pitch. And that changeup is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Around the outfield and left is Shea Hansen. Christian Vai is in center. Coyote Cohen's in right. Behind the plate is Trevor Blake and Ryan Hirschfeld. Now with the 1-0 pitch to LaFrance. Swung on and grounded on the left side. Waitert has it at short. A deep throw to first is in time. A bullet delivered to Ken Garcia, and there's 1 out. As McAllister LaFrance is retired. That'll send up the right-handed hitting Brandon Ewing. Playing first base today for University. It's amazing. We've seen only 16 pitches in the game total, and already 7 outs have been made. The wind and the pitch, and that changeup is a little bit high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Hirschfeld showing a lot of maturity in the early going for a freshman. He took the mound against University in that 15-0 loss, but he's much more prepared for this game. Swung on in line into shallow left field. That's going to drop for a base hit in front of Hansen, and that's the second hit for University. 1 on, 1 out for Greg Matthews. Well, so far in this game, we've had 9 hitters, and none of them have seen as many as 4 pitches. Matthews, the right-handed hitting catcher. Steps in against Hirschfeld. 2-step lead at first. Here's the stretch and the offering. And the changeup is a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Hirschfeld will force his defenders to make plays, and that's why he's so successful. 0-1 to the University catcher. The stretch and the offering. Swung on and fisted on the right side. Ken Garcia, the first baseman's going to have to flip it to the pitcher. Hirschfeld covering for the outs. Nice play on both ends. 3-1. Advancing to second is Ewing. And there are 2 down for Caleb Spencer. And that was cute out there as Spencer steps in, the right-handed hitting right fielder. For all of your title needs, visit Tim Weimer at Northern Colorado Title, 205 West Kiowa in Fort Morgan. The Beat Diggers are 2-1 in Patriot League play, 5-5 overall. University 2-1 in league play, 5-6 on the year, and the changeup is a strike. On the outer half of the knees, it's 0-1. University was 2-0, beating Platte Valley and Strasburg before losing to Wells Central on Saturday 3-2. A little bit of a surprise there. The offering, swing and a miss, and an upstairs fastball. It's 0-2. You can already feel the temperature beginning to drop a little bit. There's no sun and lots of cloud cover. And threatening clouds in the area. No balls and 2 strikes. The offering. Outside with the off-speed pitch. It's 1-2. At second is Brandon Ewing. 2 down and 1 on here in the top of the second. University leads 1-0. And the 1-2. And the curveball stayed up and in. And Caleb Spencer is the first hitter in the game to see as many as 4 pitches. He's the 11th hitter in the game. When you combine both lineups, make it the 12th. 2-2. And that is a called strike 3 on the changeup on the outer half, and the inning is history. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left in scoring position. An inning and a half is complete from Sunset Baseball Field. It's University 1, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Colby Whaler will lead off the bottom of the second for the Bead Diggers, trailing the University Bulldogs 1-0 on an Alex Breen home run on the second pitch of the game against right-hander Josiah Gallarza. 5, 6, and 7 for the Bead Diggers here in the second. Only 7 pitches thrown by each right-hander in the opening inning. Wind and pitch, and that is a little bit low with a changeup. It's 1 ball, no strikes. We're going to see lots of off-speed stuff here this afternoon in Brush. Wind in the 1-0. Swung on and grounded left side. McAllister can't get to it. Fielded deep in the hole by Breen. Long throw to first is way late and offline. It's an infield hit for Colby Waitert. The Bead Diggers have their second hit of the game. And the truth of the matter is that Breen should have just eaten it because he had no play on Wailert. That'll bring up Mitch Tormolen. Tormolen, unfortunately, had the last out on Saturday when he was thrown out at the plate by Strasburg center fielder Brian Bowers in a 6-4 loss. The first loss for the Bead Diggers in league play. The pitch, and that is just off the outside corner on the changeup. 1 ball and no strikes. To the Bead Digger third baseman, who's very versatile defensively. Last year he played some catcher. This year first base and third base. Throw back to first. Back in diving is Wailert. 1 ball, no strikes. The right-handed hitting third baseman steps in. And the pitch. And he takes a fastball for a strike down the middle just above the knees. And the count is level at 1-1. Rockies and Giants after this game. Rockies on deck at 6:05. First pitch at 6:40. Jonathan Sanchez against Ubaldo Jimenez. Throw back to first. Back in diving again is Wailert. By the way, if you missed an inning of a game this year after the Fort Morgan Spring Classic, you can check all those out on YouTube. Audio of every inning of every game by going to the KSIR B106 channel on YouTube. Swung on and popped up in foul territory on the right side, and plenty of room in front of the University dugout as the catch is made over there for the opening out by Brandon Ewing. 1 out in the bottom of the second for Ken Garcia. Garcia, the only left-handed hitter in this Bead Digger lineup. If he can pull a ball, he'll get the speedy Wailert over to third. 1-0 University in the bottom of the second inning on a home run by Alex Breen. The stretch and the offering, and it's low and away. Bounced in to the University catcher Greg Matthews. 1 ball, no strikes. Waitert with a 2-step lead at first. And the pitch home. Upstairs with a changeup. 2-0 to Ken Garcia. At 1305 Edison Street in Brush, CNC Auto Parts is your local Napa Auto Parts store. CNC Auto Parts. Garcia has not been contained too much this season, although on Saturday, Strasburg got the best of him. One of the few times he's been shut out. Swing and a miss well out in front of the changeup. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 week ago today, Garcia had that big 2-out, 2-run double against Highland. Last Saturday, he was 0 for 4 against Strasburg. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and popped foul, and that a play well off to the left. And the count is 2-2 on the Bead Digger first baseman, the sophomore Ken Garcia. That's what's dangerous about this team. Lots of youth. Garcia and Tormolen are sophomores. Blake is a junior. You do have a few seniors on this team. Gregory Maris, also a junior. The pitch. Curveball is swung on, grounded right side. The first baseman, Ewing, throws to second. That's 1, and no throw to first. That'll be a 3-6 on the force, eliminating Wailert and placing Garcia at first base for the second out of the inning. And here's the catcher, Trevor Blake. And again, both pitchers economizing their tosses. Not too much has been taken by either team because these pitchers are throwing it into the strike zone. Trevor Blake has been moved down in the lineup a little bit. Well, quite a bit, actually. He's been the second hitter most of the year. The stretch and the offering, and the curveball is low and away. However, Blake on Saturday was 1 for 3 with a run scored, and one of his outs was a line drive double play. The stretch, Garcia with a short lead, 1-0 offering. That's a fastball down the middle for a strike. It's 1-1. John Beltran with you from Sunset Baseball Field and Brush on an overcast Tuesday. Big game for these teams. Bee Diggers have Eaton on the road on Thursday at 4 o'clock on 10-10. The offering, and that changeup is low. Ball 2, strike 1 to the Bee Digger catcher. When these guys miss, Hirschfeld for Brush and Gallarza for University, they don't miss by much, that's for sure. With an open stance is Blake. And the throw back to first, back and diving is Garcia. See Mike Boehm at the Farmers Insurance Group. He's at 216 Edison Street in Brush. Mike Boehm at the Farmers Insurance Group. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 1 on. 1-0 University in the second. The pitch. And that is just outside and low with a changeup, 3-1. And again, Gallarza for the second straight pitch. Barely missed. The ninth place hitter, Coyote Cohen, is on deck as the wind begins to kick up a little bit. 3-1 to Blake. The offering. Swung on and grounded left side. The shortstop, McCallum, check that. The long throw by Breen is short hopped, and it's off of the first baseman, Ewing. And beating it out is Blake. We'll call that an infield hit since it was a long throw. A good throw would have had him, I think, barely, but we'll call it a base hit because Breen had to make a long throw from his shortstop position. I'm surprised he didn't go to second. He had an easier play on Ken Garcia with the second baseman Corbin Meyer covering. Anyway, Coyote Cohen has a chance to tie the game with a base hit. At second is Garcia, at first is Blake. The Bee Diggers have 3 hits in the game. And the offering swung on and popped behind the press box and out of play. It's 0-1. And this is actually a long half inning. 15 pitches thrown by Gallarza, by far the most in the first nearly 2 innings. No balls, 1 strike to the Bee Digger right fielder. The pitch swung on and popped up very high in the infield. Who's going to call for it? The shortstop, Breen, behind the mound, is under it and makes the two-handed grab, and the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. 2 complete from Sunset Baseball Field. It's University 1, Brush nothing. You're listening to 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.